Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honor to the elders in Israel who will well. Shalom to those who are elect. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Before that, get the scripture, man. This is Romans 2 and 5. But after thy hardness and impertinent heart, treasurest up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of Adawan, who will render to every man according to his deeds. Let me get in the NLT. This is Romans 2 and 5. But because you are stubborn and refuse to turn from your sin, you are storing up terrible punishment for yourself, for a day of anger is coming when Adawan's righteous judgment will be revealed. So if I play this video, just to give some context to it, I'm going to get a couple scriptures.
Can somebody explain to me in crayon eating terms why I make over 3 times the federal minimum wage and I cannot afford to live? And I do not want to hear the pull yourself up from your bootstraps, work 90 hours a week. That's not the goal, guys. That's not. That should not be our standard. I am so fucking tired of people being complacent with this uniparty, both of them fucking us over. When my parents were my age, they both made less than half of what I make, and they lived alone. I cannot afford to live anywhere alone. A 1-bedroom apartment, $1,800. 2-bedroom apartment, $2,200. Who the fuck can afford that? It is embarrassing to come out and say that it is a struggle to survive right now, but I know so many people are struggling. And do not get me started on what my grandparents were doing. They, $3,000 house.
I'm going to give you my number 1 tip to get over a breakup, and that is going to be going to therapy. Going to therapy helped me so
house. And yes, I understand inflation and all of the bullshit that they have been pulling with the Fed. Why are we allowing it? Why? And then I clock out of my shift. I am tired. I have to go home. And I check the news. Another 60 fucking billion to a country nobody can point out on a map. What are we doing? Where has the plot gone? We have lost it, folks. We have fucking lost it. The American dream is dead. It is over. Gone and forgotten.
I'm about to go on a little rant.
So this is the unrighteous decrees, right? And as the elders, the prophets go out and preach this word. Truth is washing over the earth. So everyone's pretty much waking up to the fact that they're being scammed, And brothers, people will look at brothers and say, you're beating a record, you're going on and on and on about it. But, this is, you can't turn around in that day and say you haven't been warned. You can't turn around and say to the Lord, oh, well, you know what, you didn't warn us. The Lord is warning you over and over again through even things like this, right? Because the Lord said he's going to pour his spirit upon the earth, and even people who are not in Israel are going to dream dreams. Your old men shall dream dreams. He's putting it in the spirit of these people to be discontented with the state of this world. So, when the Lord come back and when the Lord start doing all this stuff, you can't turn around and say, oh, well, we didn't know what's happening. You know what's happening. You just choose to ignore it, right? I'm going to go forward, man, because, when he went into looking at the leadership, right? And you look at these people here, they're so far removed. And he made a better point, but I'm gonna wrap up what he said. They're so far removed from the people that they're making laws for. These people don't work a regular job. They don't care that you have to pay 30% tax. And the elder Malcolm always goes into how wages aren't shouldn't be taxed or not taxable. It's supposed to be earnings from businesses. That's how you fund your society. You don't tax wages because you're basically stealing from people, man. You're not supposed to make a man wait 2 weeks or a week or the end of the month to get his wages, man. You know that's wicked. People can't afford this stuff. You know, I know, I know a guy who his rent's like 2,800, right? And say he earns say he earns about 4 grand a month. That's, you know, he's got 1,200 left. His rent's 2,800. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. And that's somebody who's earning a good wage in comparison to most people. This is Ecclesiasticus 41:7. I'm gonna start at 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. Woe be unto you, ungodly man, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, for if you increase, it shall be to your destruction. So all this, you know, all this gold and all these you know, resources that they're getting from all these other countries, when they Salakia, when they go in there and they steal from them, it really is to their own destruction. Because when you're going there and you're doing that, you're riling up the people. And I think I heard earlier today how basically Russia's telling the US to get out of Africa. So the whole world is turning on Babylon, man. Even the inhabitants of Babylon are turning on Babylon. You know, it's like you go around abusing people, and then it turns out you're not gonna have any friends. So, you know, the scripture keeps coming out about wisdom no longer being in Teman. Their own people are going to turn against them, man. And if you be born, you shall be born to a curse. And if you die, a curse shall be your portion. All that of the earth shall turn to earth again. So the ungodly shall go from a curse to destruction. And I was watching one video where this guy said, basically, inefficient systems um, get are extinct. So if you're an animal, right, and you're in a situation, you're in a jungle, you're in you're in a situation where you're slow and you can't defend yourself, you can't run, you can't climb up a tree fast enough, you can't swim fast enough, you're gonna be extinct. You know, all these animals. I mean, the laws are set up perfectly where even though animals are prey, you know, they're not prey. You know, usually is the young or the weak or whatever that get picked off. You know, these animals, there's a balance in how the Lord does things. But when Esau does it, is completely out of balance. He's created an inefficient system that is gonna collapse upon itself. You know, it's this system is not made to work, and he's gonna come with answers. But I mean, if I cause you a problem, right, and every single time I do something to you or for you, I cause a problem, are you gonna come to me for the answer? You'd be mad to. But he's gonna have to force this answer down people's throat, which you know, the scriptures talk about the devil coming down with great wrath, because this man is so wicked, man. He knows his own people are not gonna go for it. He has to do something to force these people to go for it, because his own people are rising up against him.
20 years is a bag of bushings. This bag of bushings, stamped out by machinists, don't need a high school diploma. It's not anything high tech about this. All of this bag is compliant with the FAA specifications. How much do you think the Air Force pays for this bag of bushings?
I don't know, Congressman.
$90,000. This is a $90,000 bag of bushings that you need for any jet turbine engine just to operate. So the exorbitant cost due to DoD only buying commercial parts from the OEMs, which is essentially sole source, is literally driving us out of business. I mean, the interest on our debt alone is now exceeding, for the first time in American history, the entire defense budget. We can't afford it anymore.
Bingo. People do not want to see their tax money go to war.
Man, Esau's a damn idiot, man. This is Psalms 55:15. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon Adawan, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He hath delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. You know, so if you're in this truth, you know, you're gonna have this level of calmness about you, man. You're gonna be happy to see these things, man, because you're hoping at the end of the day this gets spread along. People in the world don't have a clue what's going on. They're not prepared for what's coming. They think this is gonna get better, and this ain't gonna get no better. It's been getting steadily worse. They think the houses and the dwelling places shall go on forever. This place is inefficient, man. It's not working. Esau is not even producing in replaceable numbers. You know, this is a lot of the reason why they're having these immigrants come in, man, to come in and replace their people who don't want to have children, who don't want to get married. Yeah, I heard a statistic like 6 out of 1,000 people want to get married now. Why? Because men know if you get married, a woman can just divorce you, take your kids, take your money, take half your stuff. There's no incentive for men to get married. Esau's created a system that essentially destroys the people. And what happens if you're not able to create a safe environment for your children? You're not gonna have any children. So then he's actually going out. You know, he's deleting himself pretty much. And you know, when you look at the state of the world, there's never been so many people on the earth. You know, this is the Lord bringing everybody back to receive that judgment. You know, so this is the end of this man's kingdom, man. Every sign points to it. You know, the earthquakes, you know, the uproars of the people. You know, this is all pointing to, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai coming back. This is Psalm 7 and 9. I'm gonna start 8. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is in me. O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous are the one, trieth the hearts and reigns. My defense is of Yahweh, which saveth the upright in heart. Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready. So all the Lord pretty much has to do is let go of his hand, man, because all of these, you know, all of the arrows are ready, man. You know, the Lord is sending out judgment on the earth. These people are bugging out. Everyone's angry. People can't afford their rent. You know, no one can afford homes. People in marriages are getting divorced, losing their kids, losing their money. You know, people can't get jobs. You know, the shelves are empty. Babylon is our end, man. You know, and I spoke to a Jake in the world, and when I said this place, I'll try to be conservative when I'm talking to Jake in the world. So I was just like, yeah, there's no way this place is going past 20 years. I just can't see it. Slakia. And he was like, he said, nah, man, this place is gonna go on forever. So that's the spirit that Jake is in. I mean, you'd want to hasten the end. Why the hell would you want to be here as a Jake, man? You know, you go into Africa, you go into Ghana, Zimbabwe, Uganda, wherever the hell you want to run off to. It's not gonna work for you, man. Them curses will follow you. The curses are like a shadow on Jake. Jake think he's about to get some money or run off somewhere and he's gonna escape it. You ain't gonna escape it, man. You can't escape your shadow, man.
Needs to be happening here is that Black Americans and white Americans and Latino Americans are all getting together and saying, we're fucking Americans and you're not going to fuck with us. If they're Americans and you come here from your shithole country and you fuck with us, you're going to be dealt with. That needs to be the policy. Running up and down the streets, punching people, fucking doing whatever the fuck they want, beating up the cops, flipping the cops off. They divided us intentionally in 2020 so that this exact unity wouldn't happen when they did this.
Nah, and that's where you're wrong, because the Lord divided you, man. You was never meant to be together. You know, we're two different nations. You know, people are separate people. You got Elamites, you got Ishmaelites, you got Japhet, you got Esau, you got Jake, you got Canaanites, you got Hamites. This place is confusion, man. I'm gonna end out in this. This is 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. So the judgment is coming, man. And people, you know, being in the truth, you understand you have to get yourself ready to be judged. You know, when you're going court, you got to clean up, you got to look presentable. You know, you got to look over your case and see whether or not you can plead with a judge to give you a lesser sentence. Man, these people are not even, they don't even know that a court date is coming, man. You know, the Lord is gonna have to send out a warrant for them, and at that point, you can't even plead with a judge. You're going straight. You're going straight to jail. You know, you're getting straight remanded. These people aren't prepared for what's coming, man. And if you don't prepare yourself, you know, you're pretty much gonna get the worst punishment that you can get. And that's the spirit of these people. They think that their words are gonna save them. They think these people are gonna save them. This place is done, man. You know, Lord willing, this video was somewhat edifying. You know, all praises to the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders in Israel who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect.